Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming an exciting video. I got this in the mail yesterday and I'm so excited to film it. I just knew I had to do a look and I knew you guys would be excited to see it because it is something very new and special. So today I'm going to be doing a look featuring the Lunar Beauty in collaboration with Los Angeles. This is their full fantasy eyeshadow palette. I also have their full fantasy blush palette, and I also have the two lipsticks that come in this collection, as well as their brushes and their makeup bag that it comes with as well. I'm going to be using all of these products in this video, including some of the brushes as well, just to show you guys how I would use them. I'm so excited. I'm gonna start with the eyeshadow palette first because I do want to do a really fun, cool look with this. So we're gonna be going into the eyes and then I'll go into the details of the rest of the products once we're done with the eyes. To prep the eyes, I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I'm gonna apply this off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I have the eyeshadow base on. I did get a little messy with it, but it's totally fine. It's gonna be covered with more makeup anyway. So first I'm going to go in with the full fantasy Lunar Beauty Los Angeles palette. I'm so excited. This palette, guys, it looks so pretty. In their podcast, they were talking about how they want a little bit of neutrals for Laura and then a little bit of some like color tones for Manny, and so this is what they created. Going in with the number 4 brush from their collection, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that eye primer and I'm just going to kind of get some more of that to really like layer it on a little bit more because I do like it to be kind of thick on my eye, and then also just make sure that it's not creasing before I get started. I'm going to go in first with the color called Lanny because it is really dark, but it's just such a nice, pretty, like berry dark color. So I want to go in with this and then I'll work with like some lighter tones to help me blend that out. I'm going to take that color Lanny with their number 1 brush and I'm going to use the like smaller pencil side. Since this color is more of a darker color, I want to be careful with my placement. So using a smaller brush is going to help me kind of be in more control of that so that I don't blend it too far since it is really dark, and I want to give room for those lighter tones to help me blend it out later. I'm going to take that color Lanny, I'm just going to place it right in the crease, and then once I have that placed, I'm going to start doing small circular motions to help me blend out the edges. Like that. And now of course I'm going to grab a lighter color to help me blend this tone Lanny out. I'm going to grab this color called What's Going On, and I'm going to use that color to help me blend out the edges of Lanny. To do that, I'm going to be using the Morphe M513 brush. Taking this color What's Going On my brush, I'm going to use this color and just kind of blend out the edges of Lanny. Like that. Really pretty so far, and everything's blending out fantastically. Since this is a darker color as well, I'm gonna still need a lighter color to help me blend everything out. So I'm gonna go in with a color called Not the Vibe. Using the same brush, I'm gonna use this color Not My Vibe to help me blend out What's Going On. And I'm gonna take this on the very edge of What's Going On and blend that out. Last but not least, I'm going to take this color called Cloudy, which I'm so happy that they have a color like this in this palette because I feel like this is a perfect shade to help blend out all of your transitions. I kind of use a similar shade from MAC that's like that all the time, so the fact that they already have it in here is amazing. So I'm going to take this color called Cloudy. I'm going to take Cloudy on their number 3 brush, and I'm going to take Cloudy and blend this on the edge of Not My Vibe, just to further blend that out, make sure that it's like completely seamless. And then I'm gonna go back in with Not My Vibe, just because Cloudy lightened it a little bit. more than I intended, so I'm gonna go back in with Not My Vibe and just blend this back in. And then, but now that I have cloudy there, it definitely helped blur things out. So even when I go back in with Not My Vibe, it blends much easier because I have that lighter tone there ready to help transition into it. Now I'm gonna go quickly back in with What's Going On and add this back in here a little bit since it did get lost with all those lighter tones. Next, I'm going to take a Morphe M514 brush and I'm going to go back in with that first color called Lanny just to bring it back to life. It kind of got lightened with everything that I put on after that. I'm just going to apply this into the crease and slowly blend this up. Guys, when I tell you that this blend is absolutely gorgeous, I love the way everything is blending just seamlessly. Everything is super pigmented as well. I really love whatever formula that they use for this palette. The mattes are just really melting into each other like butter. I'm obsessed already. I'm so excited already for what's next because it's already going just so well. So I'm gonna do the other side off camera really quickly and then I'll come back for the next steps. Okay guys, I did the other side and now I'm going to do a cut crease. So I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and I'm just gonna use this to help me carve out the shape of the cut crease that I desire. Now that I have that done, I'm actually going to go back in with the color Lanny just to ensure that the very edge of the cut crease is going to be really, really dark. So I'm going to go back in with the color Lanny using their #1 brush and I'm just going to add this to the very edge. And then going back in with the makeup wipe to remove any shadow that's on my lid. Now that I have that done, I'm going to go back in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer and I'm going to use that to help cut the crease. To do that, I'm going to be using my favorite brush by Dose of Colors. It's their concealer brush and this is perfect to do cut creases or to carve out underneath your brows. And I'm just going to use this to grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer and quickly do my cut crease. Once I have that cut crease down, I'm going to go back with that color Lanny and just blend it into the very edge of the cut crease. Now that I have that done, I'm going to set it with all the tones and colors that I want to add. So with this look, I think I do want to go more towards the olive green side, just because these two are the main two colors that are really calling my name to use. I do love the other colors though, especially Fool's Gold is so pretty, or Sunny is really pretty. Full Fam is also very, very pretty. I might dive into that one as well. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the color Cloudy though, because I do want to set the very edge of the crease with a lighter tone, so I'm gonna use Cloudy first. I'm gonna grab that color Cloudy with their #2 brush, which this brush, I already know this is gonna be one of my favorite brushes because the way that it's just so perfect for smudging underneath the eye here. And plus I'm going to use it for my cut crease on the very edge with the color Cloudy, just because it's just such a perfect brush to just really stamp in a color right on the edge of your cut crease. So of course I'm going to take this color Cloudy and stamp this right on the edge. Next, I'm going to grab this color called Trivia, and I'm going to use their #3 brush again with the color Trivia, and I'm going to put this on the rest of the cut crease. And I'm going to make sure that Trivia blends into the color Cloudy as well. Next, I'm going to go back in with that color Lanny and blend it into these tones on the side here, since it did kind of get a little lost. So pretty, guys. The way that these are all just blending together I am in love. So I'm gonna go back in with the color Cloudy just a little bit to kind of go back and blend into that trivia color a little bit more. Last but not least, I have to at least use one shimmer. So I'm gonna go in with this color called Maura. And I think I'm just gonna skip the color Fool's Gold for today. Or maybe not. No, maybe I am. Well, maybe not actually, maybe not. Just one sec. So I'm gonna go in with this color called More first though. And I just feel like I want to really like just stamp this onto the lid without it being super duper pigmented. So I'm just gonna take it with my finger and stamp it like on the kind of like the very end where the green meets the like purplish darker tone. So I'm just gonna stamp it right over here like that, and I love that. I don't think I want to put it all over just because I do want to like focus on how matte and just like bam that is, you know, but I'm just going to stamp it with my finger right here like that. And next what I'm going to do is do the same thing with the color called Full Fam. I'm going to take it with my finger, but this time I'm going to use it like on my brow bone. I honestly usually have like a more matte brow bone, but for this particular color I think I'm just going to kind of stamp this right on my brow bone with my finger, just so that it kind of gives a more like sheer look without it being so pigmented if I were to maybe pack it on with a brush. And then just go back with a blending brush to kind of blur some of the shimmer. But yeah guys, this is so pretty the way, let me just like zoom you guys in for a second. Do you guys see this? Like I don't even, and I'm not even done yet. That's just the crazy part, you know? So now what I'm going to do is add liquid liner. I'm going to take the NYX Cosmetics Vivid Matte Liquid Liner, and I'm just going to do a just regular line. And now that I have that done, I'm going to grab their #1 brush again and take that color Lanny and just smudge it into the black liner. I'm gonna go in with this color first before I do black, just so that there is some sort of transition there already. Now I'm gonna go in with the color called Break Time. Using that same brush #1 that they have, I'm gonna take Break Time, and I'm gonna use this to blend into the liner even more, and then smudge it out on the very end of this look. So beautiful, guys. I'm gonna do all of this on this eye and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I actually did a lot of my face off camera as well. I added some face gems by Get Stoned, and now I'm going to be trying out the blush from their Full Fantasy Blush palette. This is what their blush palette looks like. So pretty. I'm obsessed with these two colors, although I'm not really sure if they will complement my skin tone that well, so only because they might be a little bit too light. So I think I'm gonna go in more so with like Rosy Skyline, and I'm gonna take a Morphe M405 brush to apply this, and I'm just gonna put this right on my cheekbone, right on top of my cream blush that I used earlier. And the cream blush that I used was from Rare Beauty. It's their liquid blush called Happy. I have like the mini one. So I'm gonna put this on top of the Rare Beauty liquid blush, and wow, this color, Rosy Skyline, is very pretty. I'm just gonna blend this on my cheekbone into like my bronzer and contour. Next, I'm going to use the highlighter from the palette. I'm going to use this one called Nude Champagne. To apply Nude Champagne, I'm going to be using their #4 brush. Using this right on top of the cheekbone. I could tell that this was going to be a really nice highlighter brush. Now I'm going to finish the eyes. So I'm going to go back in with this palette and I'm going to go in with that first color called Lanny. I'm going to take Lanny on their #2 brush. I have to try this brush as a under eyeshadow brush because it's just such a good smudging brush like for the under eye. So I'm going to take the color Lanny right underneath. Now I'm going to take this color called What's Going On, taking that with a Morphe M507 brush. I'm going to use that to help me blend out the first color, Lanny. Using the same brush, I'm going to take this color called Not My Vibe, and I'm going to use Not My Vibe to help me blend out What's Going On right underneath. And then going back in with Lanny to bring that back to life because it did get dark, lightened a lot. And taking a little bit of Break Time, I'm going to smudge that just right on the outer corner of my eye. Last but not least, I'm going to take this color called Cloudy. I'm going to grab Cloudy with a Morphe M507 brush, and I'm just going to add this a little bit more into the inner corner just to make it pop a little bit more there. Last but not least, I'm going to add this cream gel liner by Colourpop called Honeydude, and I'm going to put this in my waterline. Okay guys, I finished off the eyes with some lashes and mascara and a little bit more gems. If you guys want to know more information about my face and everything that's on it besides this collection, it will be listed in the description box for you. Let's move on to the lips. So in this collection, it comes with 2 lipsticks, one called Maura, and this one is kind of like a peachy pink, which I love. And then the other one is called Lanny, and this one is more of like, I would say like a nude pink. I'm gonna use Lanny just because I use like a nice, kind of like a nice pinky blush, and I just feel like maybe Lanny would look better as far as like, actually, no, I mean this one actually looks probably closer. So actually let's go in with Maura instead. And since these are lighter tones, I will have to use a darker liner as always. So I'm going to be going in with the MAC Cork lip pencil. Then I'm going to go in with the MAC Chestnut lip pencil, and I'm going to use this on the very edge of my lip. Then going in with the lipstick called Maura. I'm going to put this in the center of my lip. This lipstick is very pigmented and creamy and hydrating. Like I can tell it's going to be a hydrating lip. I really love how this lip looks so far. And to top it off, I'm going to be using the Laura Lee Los Angeles lip gloss. This is in the color Rose Glimmer. So pretty. Guys, I am obsessed with this look. This look turned out so pretty. And I just love this palette. Everything blended out seamlessly. Everything's just so pigmented. I can't wait to try like the other tones in the palette because I just know that they're going to be just as good. But yes, I really love how this look came out. The lipstick, the blush, the highlighter, like everything from this collection, I feel like just perfection. And I also love the brushes. Like I am obsessed with especially the brush #2 just because it's like a nice little cute smudger brush. I don't have a smudger brush that looks exactly like this, so I am really excited to use this one more consistently. I use this one to kind of blend in my bronzers and contour, and that worked really great with that. And I also used this to pack on some of that shadow on the lid, and that worked great, which I love brushes like this for. I love this pencil brush. It's a really nice brush for the inner corner, or if you just want to do some small detail work. I really love this collection, guys. And also too, I just love how the shimmer, like you can tell that a brand or a palette has really good shimmer when you can just use your finger, because sometimes some of these like shimmers I think are a little too powdery and chalky, that when you grab it with your finger it doesn't really lay nicely. So the fact that I was able to do it, that just shows me how, one, the quality of the shimmer, and then also two, that it has probably most likely more of a smoother, silkier texture, so that you're able to really tap it on the lid. And I tapped it on matte shadows at that, without any like primer or like anything to help me stick it. Like it just on top of matte shadow, which is already dry in itself. So for it to stick by itself like that without anything else says a lot. So I really love this collection, guys. I think you guys should definitely try it out. I love Manny and Laura. I've met them actually twice in person, and they just both are so nice. And Laura, she just gives you that like Southern charm, and then Manny, he's just so cool, calm, collected. And so I just love them. I've met Manny I think 3 times, but all times like I've loved. So yeah, I love them. They're so sweet. And yeah, thank you guys for sending me this collection to try out. I'm obsessed, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.